I don't know where that thing got.
You knew Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We flew Bill Clinton and a lot of different. That was a humanitarian trip to Africa, and
Yeah.
I met him on that trip because it was his plane. I didn't know who plane we was getting on, but it was a whole bunch of dignitary people. We was with a delegation, and yeah, I met him, and you don't know people what they do in their private lives, so yeah.
But tell me this, Chris. You was on this private plane, and you could tell that it was a private plane because they called it, was it Lolita Express?
Oh yeah, it was a private plane. Yes. Oh yes.
But wait a minute. You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing got.
Welcome to Nothing's Off the Table, where politics, culture, and current events collide, and we say what everyone else is thinking. My name is Noelle, and this is my partner.
I'm Roy Adams Jr. Please like, subscribe, hit the hype button, share the channel. Make sure you stay to the end to get the survival tip of the day. And make sure you sign up for the Culpability app. Doesn't cost you a dime, just a second of your time. You won't have to worry about these people scanning your content, regulating your content.
Absolutely. And you can work to help you and your community get home safe with the Culpability app. It's free to download. So let's get into this. Chris Tucker. Chris was on a plane, the Lolita, and he said it was a humanitarian.
You see him in that picture too with Giselle?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's one thing that I understand. And during that time, Chris was one of the hottest superstars out there, from his stand-up to his acting, and him being involved in something humanitarian is not new. He's always doing, and he's been doing things to give back. But I'm sure they were very excited to align themselves with Chris Tucker and whoever else they could align themselves with.
Mike Jackson.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Of course they did, because them aligning themselves with superstars makes them look, makes them look like they should be sought after, and that they're cool and that they're important. So yeah, they did.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps to surround yourself with celebrities when you're trying to lure in young people, right? Now,
yeah, young people or any people.
Any people. Really, a lot of people go for the celebrity trap.
Now,
whether Chris or or Mike Jackson or anybody else was involved with these activities, who knows, right? But I'll say this: it seems like a certain percentage of people in the circle all knew, and everybody knew. Because look, I'm gonna tell you this too. I looked it up. The term Lolita Express, it's not even a term that Epstein gave the plane himself. It's the media coined it that, like in the early 2000s when he got caught up with his first case, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. They coined it the Lolita Express, and the term, if you don't know, it comes from like a book, where it was a book first about this old white guy who was in love with this 12-year-old girl, right?
No, that's disgusting.
So the term in America became synonymous with an underage girl, right? Lolita is really synonymous. So the media terms of that. So if that means they have a certain knowledge of this, right?
Well, who had a certain knowledge?
This is just the general media who came up with this term. So that means a lot of people involved or around these people had a certain
Absolutely.
understanding.
You based upon that, there had to have been some circles of people
Yeah.
that if they didn't know like definitively because they didn't have actual proof, they knew theoretically because of things that they had heard. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. And then I saw something recently that said, Michael Jackson saved somebody from going to the island. I think it was Macaulay Culkin.
Wow.
Somebody he saved from, they were trying to take him to the island and he wouldn't let them take him.
Wow.
And he took him to Neverland, right?
Wow.
And then look, it's coming out now. They say like Neverland was really, they say Mike knew about a lot of this stuff, right? And he had built Neverland as a
safe haven
for these kids.
Wow.
Right. So I mean, it gets deeper.
And that would make sense because you think about Neverland and Peter Pan and who Peter Pan was in the stories. Peter Pan was someone that was helping save these kids, and Michael Jackson, he saw himself akin to a Peter Pan because his childhood, his innocence was taken away from him. So that I can see that making sense. I could absolutely see that making sense.
Yeah, they've been doing deep dives, right? And they were talking about how like they've been showing again the clips how all the people, I don't know if you remember Corey Feldman and
yep.
They all say Mike did nothing to him.
Yes, they did. They absolutely said Mike did nothing to him.
And Corey even said, "Yeah, I know the difference between abuse because I've been abused by some of these people in Hollywood before." Right?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, it was him. It was like one of the. It was him. Macaulay Culkin said it a million times, and nothing happened with him. And it was another white kid who was
look, and Emmanuel Lewis. He has never had anything negative to say about Mike. Never.
Yeah, but I do believe like they had an idea. I think everybody in the upper sphere had a sense of what was going on. Because just like, for instance, I'm black, right? And I've been around dudes who sell dope, sell big dope right now. I might not know the specifics of what specifics of what they're actually doing, but I know they selling dope. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You don't know the intricacies of their business,
the operation. But I know what's going. I'm not that lame not to understand. Like, okay,
something is going on. Right,
something's going on. Right, and I have an idea of what it is. Right.
Right.
So, I just think at a certain level, people just chose to close up. Have a
turn a blind eye.
Turn a blind eye. You know what I mean? Just, hey, man, like, this the way of the world. They the big dogs. Because obviously they're the big dogs if Chris Tucker's getting on his plane. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't believe that Chris Tucker knew the stories behind the Lolita thing. Like, because remember, you think about around that time, Chris was probably in his 20s, 20-something, maybe mid-20s, early 30s. And hell, he happy to be in the same space with Bill Clinton. He don't know who this Epstein dude is. He just know this dude has a plane.
Yeah, he knows Clinton. Yeah, he's happy to be around Clinton.
Yeah, that's who he is like happy to be rubbing elbows with. And this is a humanitarian trip. So he's happy and proud that he can be participating on this level. But I know he did not know that this dude was trafficking damn children. Like
maybe.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why.
You can't stand on that because we just saw Diddy go down, and he didn't go down for real, but everybody around Diddy knew what was going on. It seemed like
everybody, but that's just it. Everybody knew. Everybody knew.
Nobody was murder.
Look, from the people that I know that have been in Chris Tucker's camp, I'm talking like years and years and years. Like I've known, that 3 degrees of separation.
Sure.
I have 2 degrees of separation from Chris Tucker's folks. And he has never, ever, ever been associated with any of that, because there would, like you said, people have always talked about certain folks. That's not to talk about him. Now, if you want to talk about Chris Tucker, his ass speeding.
No, I'm saying this. Okay.
When I
Yeah.
say speeding, I'm talking about driving real fast, getting pulled over by the
I'm not
police.
saying he did anything involved, but I'm saying I believe he's probably aware, just like these people who go to these Diddy parties were aware about some. You can't tell me all these dudes at these parties didn't, or around these people, had no clue. Just like Diddy, they had no clue Diddy was doing any of this whole wild shit.
Well, so going back to the Diddy thing, Diddy would have the white parties, and I'll share this. I almost went to a white party, but it didn't happen. It didn't pan out because you had to get Diddy cleared who was going to his parties. It wasn't, I discovered it wasn't just a +1. No, but I thought it was a +1 because one of my partners is a producer and we were going to the white party. We went to LA the whole nine. I had my outfit ready. He couldn't do the +1 because Diddy had to approve the folks on the list. Now, Diddy would have the white party, and then he would have the after party, and then the party to the after party. Not everybody that was invited to the white party got invited to the after party or the other party. So some people, and I've heard some celebrities here and there be like, man, I didn't know about the after party because they didn't get to go.
Man, look, they in the circle. Like, that's what I'm saying. Once you in a certain circle, you don't have to witness everything with your own eyes to know, like,
yeah, I'm not saying that they may not have heard about some things. Yeah, absolutely, they may have heard about it, but they didn't.
So if you hear about some things and you still choose to associate with these individuals, you know, what does that say about you and your character?
Absolutely. Hell, I didn't know about the after parties. I wanted to go to the white party because, you know, everybody would be there and there was nice music and food. I had no idea about the baby oil and the after and the, you know, take that. I didn't know about none of that.
Oh, but we had heard scandalous things a long time ago. Scandalous.
Yeah.
You told me scandalous things 15 years ago.
Yeah.
We just choose to, you know, to have a affinity towards wealth and celebrity, right? So I think we just choose to be like, okay, you know, that's how I go until you see the depths of the despair of how destructive some of this shit was. Or
I think I believe that it is hypnotizing. The celebrity entertainment, all of that is hypnotizing. Yeah, absolutely, because everybody wants to feel like they are part of something bigger than themselves. What I also believe is when you begin to peel back the onion and you realize that some stuff isn't what it's cracked up to be, you decide to do some different shit. Like, had I known about some of the stuff that I discovered post, you know, stuff coming out about some celebrities, I probably wouldn't have been checking for them like that. You know, outside of, oh man, they're creative and, you know, smart and business minded and da 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 da. I wouldn't have been checking for that because there's been some other celebrities that have, you know, got caught out there doing ridiculous stuff, and I have yet to play any of their music.
Because, and I don't blame you because look, we all. What year was that? The R. Kelly video came out.
But yeah, that first video that was in the 90s.
I saw the video. I was still.
I never saw the video.
I'm still jamming Ignition. You know what I'm saying? We still rocked with his music for another 10, 15
10 years.
20 years, you know what I mean?
Look,
many people saw it.
I was rocking to it because I was ignorant to the video. I had heard about people saying, yeah, he, you know, did da 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 da. I was like, man, I ain't seen that.
And she looked like a kid.
Wow. See, yeah, that's terrible. Because look, And I'm glad I didn't see it, honestly, because I would have stopped listening to his music then, and I would have, and during that time, or after that time, like you said, the keys to ignition and that man,
I'm rocking all that.
man,
I thought he was a scumbag,
man.
right?
I can't do that. When I know for sure that somebody is done some treacherous stuff or scumbucket or abuse children, I cannot, I can't in good conscience rock to their music. Matter of fact, it was a couple of weeks ago. Uh, I went to get my hair cut and was in there and we were chilling and they got music on and the channel that they had on, R. Kelly song came on. I said, damn, I forgot just how good the music was, but I was like, but I can't
Yeah.
listen to it anymore
It's
because
odd to even hear it now.
it is.
I don't ever hear R. Kelly. Even when the last time I heard an R. Kelly song play, I was like, damn, they playing that up in here?
Right.
And he got a catalog out the world, really.
Oh, he had one of the best catalogs. One of the best catalogs. But I can't rock with it. And look, I hear a song right now. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a dirty game, man. It's like
that part. And the other thing. So I had a friend of mine that produced some songs with Kales and Aaliyah and all of that. And he told me, he said he was riding in the car and this was riding in the limo in LA with R. Kelly's mom back in the day. And she told him, she was like, her son has his issues or his challenges, and I know it stems from him having been molested as a kid. She didn't explicitly say that, but I know based upon his history that that's what it stems from. And unfortunately, when broken people don't seek and get help for the things that they've gone through,
that's
they
not
continue to do shit.
That's not an excuse, though. You don't have to do that to nobody.
Hey, I didn't say he had to do it to anybody, but I'm saying that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Unfortunately, he chose not to get help.
It happens like that, but they still choosing the action they want to take.
Yeah, it is. But I believe in their minds, the reason that they choose to take those actions are because it's still okay, because it happened to them. So it's okay. It happened to me and I'm all right.
I mean, I've seen him talk. If you feel like he was abused, why would he want to abuse somebody else?
I agree, but it's like you come to a crossroads when you have been in a person that has experienced some type of abuse. And I know, because I've experienced some type of abuse. And
he made a decision, and that decision is heinous.
Correct. But the decision that I would make and that I've continued to make is I go into protect mode. I would rather protect those that are vulnerable around me than become someone who in turn taps into being a monster. And not only that, shoot, therapy is what helps you get from those dark places or dealing with those demons to get to the other side so you can make better decisions. But if you don't, if no one tells you to go or forces you to go or encourages you to go.
You shouldn't even have to go to therapy to understand that somebody hurt you, that you don't want to recreate that hurt from somebody else.
No, you shouldn't.
That's a lot of people have been abused in life who have never went on and abused somebody else.
1 out of every 3 girls and 1 out of every 4 boys. But again, not everybody has, I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call it. That thing in them that causes you to want to protect versus that something that causes you to want to cause or invoke harm. I don't know. I don't know what that's called, but what I do know is if you can't just intuitively decide to want to help and protect, then you need to go get some therapy to work through that stuff so you don't make decisions that causes you to cause harm to others.
Yeah, absolutely. We should not be causing harm to anybody else.
Facts.
Let's get to the survival tip of the day.
Absolutely. Proximity is not proof. And what that means is this: powerful or wealthy individuals often use photographs, name dropping, and social proximity to signal credibility. But being seen with someone doesn't automatically mean endorsement, knowledge, or involvement. Why it matters. High profile names can be used to create social cover. Public figures attend events without full context. Guilt by association harms innocent people. Real accountability requires evidence, not optics. How to use it today. This is how I want us to use it today. Separate appeared in documents from charged with crimes. Number 2, look for official findings, not internet speculation. Number 3, recognize how image building works in elite circles. Number 4, don't let outrage turn into collateral damage. And number 5, stay focused on proven wrongdoing and systemic accountability. The bottom line, access doesn't equal alignment.
And thank y'all for following. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that hype button. Go sign up for Culpability. It's absolutely free. And man, stay tuned. We out. All right.
Yep. You know, today,
Welcome to Culpability, where taking charge of your personal safety is now in your hands. If you ever feel threatened, then use our SOS feature to instantly activate video and audio recording, ensuring your safety. Your emergency contacts are then immediately alerted with real-time links that include your exact GPS location. They can then see and hear everything in real time and offer immediate assistance in emergencies. More than that, you can also look for resources, post your daily experiences, and create safe private circles for your friends and teams to join on Culpability's socially responsible platform. It's everyone's responsibility to be responsible, so don't wait anymore and download Culpability now.